That's Dr. John. Jazz in the Night Tuesday on your jazz station. Dr. John from his 1992 release, the title track Going Back to New Orleans. Got a great video of that out in several places, among them on our website at jazz88.org. If you look for Bayside Summer Nights and then click through to that, you'll see a great video of Dr. John going back to New Orleans. He's playing that coming up Thursday, July 27th, as part of the San Diego Symphony's Bayside Summer Nights. They are also featuring upcoming shows of the Latin Jazz Masters in August 10th, and John Beasley presents Monkestra. Really looking forward to that one. Thursday, August 24th, Bayside Summer Nights. Find out more at jazz88.org. Going back in that set, we heard bass work from San Diego's Rob Thorson, with Fernando Gomez on the drums and his 2016 release, Bass is the Space. We're listening to their version of Freedom Jazz Dance. And we started that set with a classic recorded on July 13th. Gene Ammons, in 1956, recorded Jammin' with Gene for Prestige Records, and we heard that extended version of Jammin' with Gene. Among the artists that were featured on that tune, let me look back at the list here. Amazing. Art Farmer on trumpet, along with Donald Byrd. Jackie McLean on alto saxophone, Mal Waldron piano, Doug Watkins bass, Art Taylor drums, and Gene Ammons on tenor saxophone. Jammin' with Gene, recorded July 13th, 1956. That's just one of the upcoming milestones in jazz. And let's take a look at the upcoming week's milestones in jazz, including On This Day in Jazz and birthdays. Tuesday, July 11th, Tomas Stanko, Kirk Whalum, and Peter Cincotti celebrating birthdays. George Gershwin died in 1937 on July 11th, and Coltrane recorded his initial dates as a leader, called Coltrane, on Prestige in 1956. On July 12th, Oscar Hammerstein, Paul Gonsalves, Big John Patton, Conti Condoli, all celebrating birthdays. Stan Kenton Orchestra recorded Artistry and Percussion in Hollywood in 1946. And Benny Carter passed away in 2003 on July 12th. On July 13th, George Lewis, Pete Escovedo, Leroy Vinegar, some of the birthdays. Gene Ammons, as we said, Jammin' with Gene. On the 14th of July, Stan Getz in 1961 teamed up with Eddie Sauter to record Focus in 1961, as I said, for Verve. On the 15th of July, which will fall on Saturday this year, Philly Joe Jones and Dorothy Fields, both born on that day. Ella and Basie get together for Ella and Basie in 1963 on July 15th. And on Sunday, July 16th, Bobby Previtt, Cal Jader, Bola Sech, all have birthdays. Kenny Burrell and Jimmy Smith cut Blue Bash for Verve Records in 63. And on Monday, July 17th, Vince Guaraldi, Joe Morello, Chico Freeman, Liberty Ellman, Abe Laboriel, all have birthdays. Lady Day, Billie Holiday passed away on July 17th in 1959, and the first Newport Jazz Festival took place on July 17th, 1954. And longtime Jazz 88 announcer and vocalist Peggy Clare, and a friend of mine here in my early days at Jazz 88, passed away from lung cancer on July 17th, 2006, I should say, here in San Diego at the age of 53. I've got a link to an article about her that was done in May of 2005 by Jim Trageser that you may want to read, and that's out on the blog post for tonight's show. Right here, from a couple of the artists that will be celebrating the dates of their birth, Cal Jader and Vince Guaraldi, on a tune from Extremes, the Cal Jader Trio, Three Little Words, on Jazz in the Night Tuesday on Jazz 88.3, KSDS-FM San Diego, worldwide, jazz88.org. Check us out on the blog, jazz88.org/blog. Jazz in the Night Tuesday.